So you might have seen headlines talking about the Thai Baht and its current strength. But what does this actually mean? And if you're an expat or a tourist planning a trip to Thailand, then how does it affect you? Well, that's the purpose of today's video. So let's get into it. Because Thailand doesn't feel as cheap as it once used to be. Your money doesn't stretch as far anymore. Hotels cost more, food costs more, even long-term visas and rent are getting more expensive. Your purchasing power has dropped. The baht has been unusually strong, and while that might sound like a good thing for the country, it's actually creating problems for tourists, expats, and even Thailand's own economy. With consumer spending slowing down, and Thailand's tourism numbers are down, plus now you're even seeing headlines targeting Thailand and suggesting it's starting a new downward trend. And while this is all happening, the Thai Baht is trading at a multi-year high versus the dollar. So while expats and tourists used to come to Thailand because it was the best value for money, now the baht strengthens, hotels are more expensive, food transport costs more, and longer stays become harder for digital nomads. So tourists may just start choosing cheaper destinations, like Thailand's neighbour, Vietnam, which is now looking like the next best value for money destination. Prices in Thailand have been increasing, and maybe now its position of King of Southeast Asia for tourism is up for grabs. And that's partly the reason you're probably seeing Vietnam and Da Nang especially all over your social media. I think it's one of the next places to be, while it's still cheap and unknown, like Thailand used to be, although the more people talk about it, the more known it's becoming. And all of that, if it keeps happening, can hurt Thailand's tourism industry, which is a huge part of its economy, remember. Also, many expats living in Thailand rely on foreign pensions, remote income, and overseas savings. So when the baht strengthens, their income effectively shrinks, meaning although their income hasn't changed at all, for example, someone who used to live comfortably on $1,500 a month might suddenly feel like they're living on $1,000 a month, or less, in real purchasing power. And it's not just the expats and tourists that have strong currency effects. It also hurts Thai exporters. If Thai products become more expensive internationally, companies may struggle to compete with cheaper goods from other countries. That can also slow economic growth and affect jobs. But what does all of this mean for you, as a traveller or an expat? If you're planning a visit or to live in Thailand, the strong baht means a few things. Thailand is still affordable then when compared to the West, but not as cheap as it used to be. Budget travellers may need higher daily budgets, especially if they want any Western luxuries or imported items. Long-term expats may feel rising living costs, so living close to your budget is riskier now than ever before. But despite the currency situation and its strength, Thailand still offers incredible food, world-class beaches, vibrant cities, and a huge expat community. So while yes, the Thai Baht might be strong, Thailand is still one of the most attractive places in the world to live or travel, at least in my opinion. And just because things cost a bit more, that doesn't mean you should just give up on Thailand and go to the next cheapest place you can find. But I guess that's up to you, because it does seem that's what a lot of people are doing anyway, nowadays. I guess if your travel destinations are based purely on money, maybe that makes sense, but I think it's always best to choose based on location and go to where you actually want to go. But that still leaves the big question. Will the Thai Baht stay strong, or will it eventually weaken? Because if it keeps rising, Thailand could slowly lose its seat on the throne, being the king of Southeast Asia. And although you might think the government could just weaken the baht, but it's not that simple. Central banks have limited tools, and if they weaken the currency too much, it could cause more problems that could be even worse. And that's it for today's video on Thailand's currency problem. So hopefully you guys understand a bit more what's going on and why it's happening, and also how it affects you. And if you want to move to Thailand but you're not sure how, then make sure to check out my website, linked in the description below, which has my Move to Thailand guide with everything you need to know about moving to Thailand. That's there, check it out if you're interested. But yeah, that's it for today, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.